My name's Zach, and this is Nosterfield Nature Reserve. This is one of my favourite places in the whole of Britain to come to, because it's just got such a diverse set of wildlife. From the abbotsets that you get here breeding in the summer, to the bloody-nosed beetles that are the only site in Yorkshire that you find them. Now these are a really interesting beetle because they have a fused wing case, which means that they can't actually fly. They also get their name because they have a red fluid which exudes from their face whenever they get threatened or scared, which means that predators don't like the taste of it or the smell of it, so they just sort of back off a bit.
Soldier bee.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
We don't know which one yet, though.
7, yay!
Yay!
Have you got anything? Oh, I've got some creepy crawlies.
I haven't been to Fairburn Ings for a number of years. It's changed radically, actually. Firstly, in terms of the visitor centre. Now, it's actually important, the cafe and the visitor centre, because it draws in a different type of person to this site, and we want everyone to come that can possibly come here so that we can instigate an interest in natural history. But then outside of that, the reserve has undergone a lot more intensive management, and it's clearly paying dividends. You know, breeding spoonbills, who'd have thought that? Spoonies, teaspoons in the nest, and also for the second year running blackneck grebes. It's hats off to Fairburn Ings. There's no doubt at all that what they're doing here, if we were doing it in the wider countryside, probably wouldn't need to be doing this Bioblitz. Sean, tell me a bit about the history of this site. I know that it was threatened with development, but the community rose up and said, no, we're going to save it.
That's right, Chris. 7 years ago now that was. We've been managing the woodland on behalf of Hanson's Trust at the time, and we just pretty much come one day, signs have been knocked in saying it's for sale, keep out almost like, and what we did from that, we had a few village meetings and thankfully managed to raise funds and bought it ourselves. So since then we actually, I think at the time was the only village to actually own its own woodland. But obviously once you've got that, you have the upkeep of it, you've got the insurance, the tree maintenance, the path maintenance and all that sort of thing. So it's a lot of hard work, but definitely very rewarding.
Stephen, tell me a bit about this site, because this is a site that's undergone quite significant management in terms of its restoration, isn't it?
Butterfly Conservation decided to head their campaign and purchase the site to conserve the silver-studded blue butterfly. That's a real success. Considering what everyone was saying at the outset of the project, you're never going to get anything here. You know, it's going to be a big waste of time. It's too ambitious, it's too difficult, it's too challenging. But sometimes, you know, you've got to take a risk, you've got to do the hard thing.
Isn't that it though? Shouldn't we be taking risks and doing things on a grand scale out there where it's really needed?
Absolutely, Chris. I mean, we've shown it can be done here.